Hello and welcome to another Wraggys Taproom from a different part of the beer room, funnily enough, at the other side of the settee. And tonight, drinking Blue Monkey beers. So I went down to the Blue Monkey Brewery the other day. I won a £10 voucher with our man Cummy Beard's live the other week. And I thought, well, I'll go down. And there was a nice Imperial Stout just been released. So I picked up a couple of new beers that I've had before, but it's like you just want to do a bit of spot of re-reviewing, as it were. So, or a spot of drinking, really. So, Guerilla from Blue Monkey Brewery. So this is their base stout, a hearty 4.9% pitch black ale, full of malty complexity and balance with a robust bitter bite. Multiple gold awards. Good evening, Liam, Trilby, and Chris. How are you? And put that one there. I've actually got the fire on for that because it's good. And then also 8 ale. Now, I've not had this for a while, to be fair. 8 ale. Good evening, Greg. So, for those who don't know, Blue Monkey appeared in 2008. And it's funny, I was at Sainsbury's in, I think it was about 2012, 2013, when the British Beer Hunt was on. And their beer, I can't remember the name of the main beer now, but it was in there then. So they haven't been going that long, to be fair. And they've won 100 national awards. So that's fair play on. So I'll crack open the A Pale first. Yeah, the pump clip, 50 pence, mate. That's banging. That's and Trilby Phil, the voucher from the Crummy Beer, 12 bottle, mixed bottle case. That's decent, that is. Good evening, Benjamin. Yeah, silverback, really strong, complex imperial stout. You'll definitely get some good complexity today. Carlisle sacked their manager and director of football. Going to the 99 Red Baboons. That was the one. That was the one in the bit in the Great British Beer Festival. Sorry. So here it says a stunning pale ale brewed with heaps of superlative American hops. God, my eyes are rubbish. To give aromas of resinous pine and juicy citrus. We're not monkeying around here. We use nearly 2 kilograms of whole hops for every barrel we brew to guarantee an intense hit of flavour and aroma. Achieved multiple awards, 5.4%. So, yeah. It does seem a bit strange where you've got a director of football and a manager. Surely the manager's the same person. Yeah, the one in charge of what's happening, really. Good evening, Kevin. Still on sick with a bad back. Ooh, fair play, mate. Let's hope you get better quickly. Blue Monkey do make some good modern traditional beers, Trilby Phil. Yeah, if you've had a good selection of them, you'll enjoy them. They do a good wide range. They're not hitting the craft beer yet, not yet, but I dare say they probably will at some stage. Raggy in HD. I don't think I will ever be in HD. A good manager makes such a difference, doesn't it, to a club. Yeah, that mango number 5, loads of people have had that, and no one's really getting a good rating. But obviously, I suppose it all depends what batch you get. Same with twice as nice, but they're not good for the craft beer sector. So, nearly decent pour. Hey, sometimes I can actually pour decent. Sometimes 6 different beers. Yeah, the own bargains, own brand. They're shocking, aren't they? The tap room, the was it mega brew, micro brew, whatever it's called. No, I'm going to give them a wide berth as well. It's just not worth the hassle of trying to review them. Hey, so slight hazy pour on there, but yeah, slight haze anyway. So nice looking pour, a bit of carbonation, about 5 mils of head, going down nicely. I wonder who actually makes the own bargains beers because they are shocking, aren't they? Some of them beers. You reckon it's a macro brewer? I won't be surprised. One of the bigger ones doing it super cheap. It wouldn't surprise me. You had the mango 5 at Christmas. Yeah, it was. It was. It was. It wasn't the best. And the Christmas one they did was awful and all. I mean, I'm a home brewer and I think we're better beer than what they. So lovely twang to that. Proper fruity, not craft fruity, but certainly good modern traditional fruity beer. Got to be a big national or regional brew. That's interesting, isn't it? Obviously, no one's going to let you know because they put this brewed for TJ Morris. TJ Morris being own bargain, so you're never going to find that on that side. But yeah, shocking, shocking. Um, should be bringing out beers like that because if you're somebody new into the world of beer, you drink that and you're like, "What's this rubbish?" And especially if it starts wrenching your stomach, and you're like, "Oh, I might go back onto the Spitfires of the world and beers like that." And then you lose people who could have been interested in doing craft beers. You're not telling me that those beers haven't put a lot of people, quite a few people off going into doing, exploring the world of craft beer. I think so, personally. Anyway, it's nice and warm in here. Take my hat off. Whoa, nice to be in the beer room and actually be clean. Yeah, it's been a long while. Yeah, I do wonder that, Chris, as well. I mean, other breweries can do it and make a bit of profit. It does make you wonder. Good evening, Mark. On call all week. Oh, thank God I don't do that sort of shit. Yeah. They did try and do that on the Park Estate by putting us on call, but I'm not doing that. I just want to answer the phone. I mean, the money's nice, obviously, but still. So for those who don't know, who don't follow Bloomsbury like I do, they've got a pilot kit recently, and they're looking for doing different sorts of brews on the pilot kit, which I found really, really interesting. The Cassell's milk stout was superb, yeah. I don't mind the stuff that's end of its shelf life because it's the spot rather nicely. Donkey Stone, this Donkey Stone, there was some in Lidl the other week, and I looked and put Donkey Stone. I thought I've heard so much bad about it, and I actually put the beer away. I didn't bother buying. It's been a few days of hard work, mate, the beer room, but it's coming along. It's looking much much better. I needed to put some effort in and sort it out, and even the fridge looks better over there. One of my TVs is on the wonk manager, but not anymore. Senior low cost beer hall, yeah, it looks good. Some low cost are getting some amazing beers. You don't mind stuff that may or may not be out of date. Um, I wonder if Donkey Stone are the ones, you know. I mean, I don't know the brewery. I don't even know where they hail from. But surely they're not doing themselves any favours by brewing Duff beer. Because at some stage you're going to go bust, aren't you? Yeah, you've got a big supermarket contract with Own Bargains, and people are buying it. But I don't, I don't know if I want to be drinking crap beer. It just puts you off. I agree. Yeah, I've got my comments down here, so I can't read them off the phone. It's too far away and too small. But I can read them on my laptop. So I've got my Chromebook down there to read the comments. It's great having multiple things these days. Big Sips Pale Ale. Right, yeah, let us know what you think. Good old Crummy, going out of his own pocket and paying for vouchers and stuff. Fair play to him. It's not something I could afford to do, not out of my own pocket at least. But yeah, yeah. I mean, it was nice to win two lots. The Glen Speen stuff, the T-shirt and that, and the lagers. I mean, that was brilliant. So what I got the other day, the beer hole, was the only slight downer because it's all four lagers. It would have been a lovely mix. I could have given some, you know, quite a few different reviews, but hey ho, you can't turn a gift horse down. A win to win. So yeah, enjoying this. Nice. I mean, I do like Blue Monkey's beers. If you ever come to Nottingham and the local area, they've got, as far as I know, four pubs. One in Canning Circus, one at Newark, I think one at Loughborough, and one in Arnold. Blue Monkey are a very successful brewery. They at the beer festival in Nottingham Robin Hood Beer Festival, their stand and it was swamped all day long. So they are decent. I mean, I've been to the brewery for a party, although lots of people, because they've only got one toilet at the time. I'm not sure if they've got any more toilets now. The people were walking around and obviously having a wee in the bushes. And then the IKEA next door, somebody from IKEA must have complained that bloke pissing in bushes. So the boss at the time, some little bloke came out and said to people, if you don't pack it in, we'll have to close the party down, which was it's sad really, but these things happen. So, Wednesday already. Where are these weeks going? Already, we're at the end of February nearly, and it's like God, one week goes like that. And I don't know if it's the same in your job. Maybe it's my job. Maybe I'm in just because of the job I'm in and enjoying myself. Although my face don't let me know that sometimes. But yeah, maybe it's just that the weeks are flying by, and it'll be Christmas again soon. Yeah, a couple of weeks time for Christmas. But it's balmy how it's all going. Poppy flavour, a good bit of finish. Lovely. Good to hear. I think you'll enjoy Blue Monkey beers. If you've bought lots of different styles, one of my favourites is the chocolate amaretto, but I do like 99 Red Baboons. Yeah, I always remember when it came into Sainsbury's for that Great British Beer Fund, and it went down to 50 pence. We'd found some cases got lost in the bag. I don't know if it was accidentally on purpose or what. And it went down to 50 pence to clear. And then I think somebody reduced them, and I got some 25 pence each. Job's good, and yeah, that was a good day. That not that we'd ever do things like hide them in the back, because that's not you don't do that. Loving the flavour on this, the all round mouth, the flavour on the mouth. really nice. And it's a bit worrying about the Ukraine and Russia, isn't it? God knows what he's going to gain from all this. Time speeds up after 50. Let's hope not. God, let me speed up this last year and a half speed up. I mean, to think I've been in this job now 18 months, and good evening. Anyway, um, change your name to outdoor cooking as well. Yeah, these last 18 months in the job I'm in, it's gone so quick. And I was looking at a video today where I'd been there about 3 weeks, and I'd already done loads of work in the first 3 weeks. And it's absolutely stunning, the difference now. And this is the year where I get to the hard work starts to fall away a bit, and it's just slightly more easier work. Although it's not easy looking after 12 acres of garden. So put that way. Welcome back again. So are you going to? Good evening, Tad. How are we? Yeah, no, I'm just lazy. It's nice to be able, because I've got the laptop. It's nice to be able to, and the laptop's got a short Ethernet lead, and I can't stretch it any nearer to the thing. So I'm basically forced to sit down here. But it's nice because I've got the fire there, and it's nice to sit down on the leather settee for a change. 2 salmon fillets, jacket potato, and meal butter. I'm cooking steak, casting couch. Yeah. I've seen them videos. Yeah. I'm not going any further into that. There's somebody's watching, you shouldn't be watching. You never know. It's YouTube and it's live. Yeah, but be careful what you say. Just starting some wine brews. Ooh. What, from kit? I definitely want to get on with a barley wine soon, but casting couch, yeah. And I definitely want to do a wine, for the summer months. Tell you what, if you're into white wines, Magnum's Pinot Grigio is for a cheap wine kit, makes a banging wine. Something like 18 quid, couple of quid for the sugar, and so forced to sit down on the settee, chill out. But for the price of what? About 75 pence for a bottle of wine. Can't fault it. A black cherry and a Merlot. Ah, from Wilco's. Longer reviews. Yeah, I just fall asleep. One night I'll be down here, absolutely sozzled and just nodding. Yeah, could you imagine? Yeah, I get a bonk. That's never gonna happen. Unless I was in the house on my own and the wife was away and I had some sitting down here doing a beer review and nodding off because I'm just out in the face. But there you go. Your first barley wine. That King Arthur was stunning. Not cheap, but I wouldn't like to buy it in a pub. Got to be expensive. It's about half the price of what the cans are, mate. But yeah, from Tartarus. But it's a stunning, absolutely stunning barley wine. Black cherry Solomon Grundy. Oh, that's you. I know that Wilco's do a black cherry as well. Wilco's Merlot is really nice as well. Decent. Are they the 6 bottle kits then, or the 30 bottle? I always find the 6 bottle kit's an expensive way to brew. I want to do a ginger wine again, but they only do it in 6 bottles. And for me, I'd rather do a 30 bottle kit. I'm loving the twang and the flavour to this. And I must admit, Blue Monkey were one of the original breweries that I knew about first, as well as Castle Rock in Nottingham. It's amazing that doing beer reviews, I've gone from knowing about Castle Rock, Blue Monkey locally to now, Jesus Christ, so many local breweries, just absolutely out of this world. Ah, ginger wine. Yeah, 6 bottles okay for Christmas, definitely. Yeah, ginger wine. So if you like your ginger beer, all I would say is go somewhere like Sainsbury's, buy their ginger wine. Don't buy the branded stuff, just buy the Sainsbury's stuff. See how you go. If you love a bit of fire in your ginger wine, you'll absolutely love you'll love that. And then if you from ginger wine, then you go to the King's ginger liqueur, which is basically like a ginger whiskey. Bloody stomach. Love brewing. Kits are amazing. Yeah, yeah. And they have kits like a Montepulciano kit that you can't get, and a Primitivo. If you like your reds. Um, they've done quite a bit of the silverback. Yeah, they only had so many cases at the weekend, but they did say to me they're going to get more. If in doubt, and if you're going down anyway, ring before just to double check, so you're not you're not having a wasted journey if you're in that area, obviously. Ginger wine, yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you like ginger wine, but you also like a bit of whiskey, mix both. So a tad of whiskey and a bit more ginger wine. Don't do a pint. And makes what they call a ginger mac. And oh, brilliant. I mean, I love ginger. 50 pence for the pump of it. There's an amazing selection. For your bar, bloody hell. You can go through them and you'll see beers that you've never seen before. I picked up 11, although for some strange reason I managed to put two the same. Wanker. Yeah, you can, mate, Chris. From Weston's. Weston's actually sell it. They're the UK distributor for it. That mango craft beer. Oh god, it was a shit beer. Apologies to anybody watching who don't like swearing. It was absolutely god awful. I wasn't expecting a great because I had the Christmas one, and the Christmas one was like a bad homebrew. And this is commercial breweries. Commercial breweries don't usually bring out crap, but that wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, and yeah. And if you like ginger, what I did last year, I did a barley wine kit from Love Brewing, and I did a ginger, a boiled load of ginger. Added it to the brew at the start, the brew, and it turned out stunning. Big fire from the ginger, and strong as well. It was like 11%, or even more. I'm not sure. It was cracking at the time. £10 worth of tips for the bar. It'll look sound on your bar, mate. Christmas pudding start. Oh god, it was awful. Did you have it? It really was. It was like someone's got a beer, some stout. It wasn't a great stout, and just chucked a bit of flavouring on top. And as a home brewer, I've done that, and I'm a crap home brewer. Mm. Yeah, Weston's messaged me to say that they are the UK distributor. Obviously, Own Bargains got hold of them for a time, but yeah, Weston's definitely. Yeah, it was awful. It's not good. You see, it's bad because you're doing a disservice to all the good breweries in the country. You know, ginger's supposed to be good for your digestion, as far as I know. Yeah, cherry bomb stout from Twisted Barrel. Ooh, does sound nice. I do like an MP, yeah. Although not on work nights for obvious reasons. Yeah, I get a bowl. I did 2 beer reviews the other night, and I proper walloped on the and went in the house, and I was loud, and yeah, got the old raggy bollocking. Yeah, wife was not pleased with me, so yeah, not a proper bollocking, not a red card, but certainly a bit of a bollocking. So I had to play good last night and drink low ABVs. Alpha Delta beer, milk stout. Oh, bless you. Yeah, so Mrs. bought you a can of mango number 5 Valentine's Day. And there's the thing, you know, you're right. People who aren't beer drinkers will see mango number 5. We'll see a lot of these beers that they look good on the can, like the Taproom series. You'll get home and she'll think she's bought you something really nice. You'll drink it, you're like, what the hell? And you may get a good can, you may. But yeah, and then it does a disservice because you'll think, oh, these craft beers aren't worth trying. And there's so I know, and most people know that craft beer breweries these days are producing some amazing beers. Good evening, Steve. Yeah, I'm sat on the settee, mate. Weston's vintage cider. Yeah, it is a cracking beer. Yeah, it's yeah, it's different. I'm using the settee, Steve. So, Mr. Stuntman. Yeah, I can't reach up to there with me. I need a longer Ethernet cable, basically, for me outdoor, for me Ethernet lead from the house. So it means I can use my Chromebook to do the comments. Good evening, Darren. How are we? It's nice to get back on the reviewing, mate. You know, jumping on the bandwagon, even if it's just lagers to start off with. You know, getting on doing a lager, doing a cider. You review what you like. With reviewing, it doesn't matter. You review what you like, you get what you get. You can't. You can only. We all get what we get from beer. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you don't. And sometimes I'll read the bottle, and then I'm drinking it, and Wraggys. And yeah, you read the bottle, and you're doing the review, and you've already forgot what it says on the bottle. Well, I do anyway. I know, Goat and Slurper, terrible, shocking of them. Hey, it's on a few days ago to let them know as well. Shocking, bad service from both of them. Ah, rightio, Darren. I got a friend request off you, and I'm thinking, hold on a minute. So I left it. I didn't touch it. Goats in Russia, stuck in Russia. That sounds wrong, and that sounds like both wrong and funny. But yeah, bless him. I'm getting to that time of the year where I'm on a 6-day working week again, and it's nice, but it's the money's back. The money's nice; it pays bills, but also it's a pain. But, goats on the front line, yeah, with his big daffodil in Russia. Good evening, Jack. He's not actually in Russia, is he? Or is he in the Russian? Yeah, bless him. Like I say, that can look both ways. So I'm enjoying this. I need to crack on and get this drank so I can go on the Guerilla Stout. Oh, dear. So obviously, end of March now, international peacekeeper. He'd make a good peacekeeper, Dave would. It's proper decent. When me and him were out with the beer reviewers, with the likes of Hopsy and Mersey Beers and Harry, we couldn't keep up with what they were drinking. They were just on another level to what we could drink. I was absolutely rocking. I was having to I was having to calm down and keep the beer consumption down. And they're there drinking loads, and I'm thinking, Jesus. Live reviews more easy. When I'm not getting the bollocking off the wife for drinking too, yeah, live reviews don't bother me. Sitting in front of the camera, talking. The only time that it needles me, when you get trolls on, and when someone's being a prat, I'm there and I'm reading it, and obviously I'm like, oh, I've got to say something. And a lot, the best thing to do is totally ignore them because somebody else will knock them off anyway. That's why the good thing to have moderators. But yeah, lives. I don't mind live reviews. It's time for me at the moment. I've really struggled with time. That's my biggest struggle. The whiskey baboonska. That was amazing, Liam. That really was. Thank you. You make me feel really guilty. Um, yeah, the whiskey baboonska. I had it at the beer festival as well. It was stunning. And I do like Blue Monkey. When I was there on Saturday, there were a load of people turned up for a brewery tour. Um, Absolutely amazing. Good to see that breweries are doing this, brewery tours. Yeah, I sometimes wonder, taking the piss out of certain heads of state. Could you imagine? I mean, you wouldn't have thought that you'd be that big, but you imagine someone getting millions of hits. It wouldn't end well. Good evening, Craig. Been a while, mate. How are you? Yeah, I had it at the beer festival. And God, that Blue Monkey Brewery bar at the beer festival was absolutely rammed. Although I wasn't keen on the hats to be fair. Yeah, not really my cup of tea, them sort of hats. Putin, he's like another Hitler, isn't he? The way it's going. And he's a much more dangerous version of what Hitler was. Um, Obviously, he's got an agenda. He doesn't want the West getting Ukraine. That's what it's all about, obviously. Rampant Line on his personal Facebook did wrote a lot about it, and it makes sense that what he's playing at, but it's not good for the world, especially if Russia and China. Could you imagine Russia, China, and Iran all joining together? Bloody hell, that would be some um, trouble. You got your hat in your bar. I wore a hat at one stage. Got a new beer shop down of left. It's supposed to be a new one opening up near me. I keep seeing they liked my Instagram. I've not heard from them since. And when you look at the weapons that Russia have got now, it's frightening, isn't it? But then again, I suppose both the Americans, the British, France, Germany, they've all got these super weapons that they keep in the background. But when you look, the world must be on a bit of stat. It's not going to do anybody any good. And we need to get rid. We need to get our own gas because if Europe had its own gas supply, you basically killed off Russia and all their rubbish. Yeah. Doubt. I'll try anything. Yeah, as long as it's not broom wine. For obvious reasons. I've been done that. Don't want to drink any more broom wine if I can help it. Canadian blonde. Robin Hood was mad, wasn't it, mate? Do you know something as well? I was that steaming later in the evening. I can't remember what the stuff did. I can remember bits of it, but I can't remember. I remember people talking to people, and you know, I was so steaming. But I lasted right till the end as well. Bulldog chocolate stout. Hey, the Bulldog chocolate stout, I reckon, is one of the best kits out there. Because the Easter brew, because you can play around with them kits and do some amazing things with those kits. I mean, I've added sugar. Bulldog kits, you can bump up the ABV. Their yeast is amazing to bump it up. And Georgie Lager kit and a Cooper's Canadian Blonde. Yeah. You know, with the cheaper beer kits, do you get a good taste of them? Well, last time I tried the cheaper ones, they tasted home brewery for me. Good evening, Shane. That old crafty end, decent beer. Let's hope the price doesn't go up silly. There just seem to be new pricing in the supermarkets, and I do think that we're coming to what Scotland are going through, where it's price per unit. That yeah, you know the chocolate stout from Bulldog. That'd be an interesting brew to add a kilo or 2 kilos of sugar, but also boil up add some gin, basically chili, and do a chili chocolate stout. And because it's only about 20 quid, just inflation, I suppose so. And you notice everything's going up. Jesus Christ, you're getting walloped on every single side. Scary times, you know. Not good for people who are already struggling. Ridiculous, really. Our water bill came through today, and that's gone up a little bit as well. Yeah, I probably agree, Benjamin. But then again, it's tough into lockdown and that, and there is no easy win situation with any of it, really. Is there? This bloody COVID, it is tough. If you're looking for take glasses, I've definitely got to get one. But yeah, a lot of people bitten by the homebrew bug in lockdown. It has been really, really popular. My local homebrew shops, they were snided. They were sending deliveries out at a pace they've never even noticed. Because as you noticed, as you would have known, at the beginning, when first it was toilet rolls, and then it was a rush on booze, and then people then thought, I can't get the booze, I'll start brewing my own, and that's what caused a lot of it. Wilco's cans, yeah. Wilco's for me are some of the best homebrew kits that you can play around with. Brewing the kit, but doing something different with the kit, or even brewing two together. One to bump up the ABV and the flavour as well. Yeah, the cost of delivering stuff now has gone up as well, hasn't it? I've noticed Morrison's, their prices have shot up. And we recently, good evening, Andy. we recently have been shopping around at all the supermarkets, and Tesco's is probably for me one of the cheapest still. They're doing well. The bog roll and the back in lockdown. Oh dear. I remember in lockdown and somebody, apparently there was a load of them following this truck, thinking it was a delivery truck for petrol. That was no, sorry, this was petrol, and it was a bloody cement truck. Why can't they read on the side that it was something like a cement truck or something? Bloody hilarious. Well, home brewing. I think home brewing will only develop even more because once they put the price of beers up, people will think they'll look at kits and they'll look at it and they'll think I can home brew much cheaper, especially when the kits are of decent quality. I remember being at Iceland one day, Benjamin, and there was old ladies and old blokes there stood at in Iceland in the queue just to be there for toilet rolls. And it was sad to think that these people are coming. The only thing they couldn't get was toilet rolls. They went, luckily, Iceland had plenty of toilet rolls. We picked a 24 pack up because of the only bloody pack we could pick up. And you felt bad in some ways. You thought, but then if that's the only thing they sell, I mean, really, they ought to split the 24 packs and sold them separately and made a bit of coin on it. But you're going to pull an all grain kit tomorrow. How are you going to brew it, Andy? Have you got a grain farmer and all that kit, or are you going to do it? Are you going to use a big pan, or are you going to? I There's a place in Nottingham called Brew Day, and they sell what's called a pifco, and basically it's a thermostat. It's like a boiler, but it's a thermostat control, and you use boil in a bag. So you use your grain, and yeah, you do a boil in the bag. And for me, that's the cheapest bloody way of doing grain. You walk now, pissed off. I know the petrol prices are ridiculous. I can't afford to go any further than I can't afford to go any more times a week than twice to my new workplace. So I can't afford petrol. Ridiculous. The old artisan classic lager. Yeah, that lager was strange because it brewed and it stunk. And it was like, oh God, it's gone off. And in the end, it turned out to be a decent lager. Just goes to show you how weird things are at times. See you later, Chris. Have a good one. Favorite homebrew kit. Gotta be honest, love brewing Imperial Stout kit. 40 quid. It's a pound a pint before you go any further. But you're looking at an 8.8% beer for a pound a pint. Oh, God. Grimsby or Cleethorpes. I've been to Cleethorpes before, years ago. Didn't you used to have a theme park at Cleethorpes? It closed down now. Was it Pleasure Island? Something along that lines. Sad to see UK theme parks closing down. Although Beer Works in barley wine, it was amazing as well. Well, I've just brewed an 11% Evil Dog. So the Evil Dog IPA, double IPA that they've got, I added an extra kilo to it, and it's come out at 11. Goes down. Yeah, I thought it had. I thought it had. Have I been to Wales? Only the top of Wales, near Liverpool and that. Just to get the ferry and that. I think we went round into Wales. I've never actually been to Wales. I'd love to go, to the countryside. In lockdown, when you were seeing all the videos of the UK countryside, it's like, why the hell do we go abroad? when our countrysides are so stunning. You know, you look at what's in the UK, and apart from the weather, that's crap, but our countryside is absolutely stunning. So jump on to the next beer, because that beer took 45 minutes. Got to say, a pale, stunning beer. So next up, Guerilla from the old Blue Monkey again, obviously, and it's their stout, 4.9%, a hearty 4.9% pitch black ale, full of malty complexity and balanced with a robust bitter bite. Well, in Northern Ireland, it's the rain that keeps it in Northern Ireland as well. For some reason, Kevin, on this feed, your flag looks black. I think it's something to do with the live feed. You know, we had this issue last year. Um, I'd rather stay in the UK at the moment. What with what's going off in the world, um, what with COVID and wars and oh dear, you think to yourself, just stay here. So Guerilla, and this the good thing about Blue Monkey with this one, and like a lot of breweries, they have a base stout. This is the base stout, and they bring out variations of the stout. So there's a chocolate orange stout, chocolate amaretto. I'm sure there's others, but yeah, 4.9%. Bit like a proper Guinness for those who not keen on the stouts or new to stouts. Black pour, off white head, lovely head on it as well. Mango Jacks is nice. Nice roastiness on the nose. Oh, certainly it's the spot. Yeah, I think YouTube are blocking the flag site. It happened last year. See you later. Thanks for joining. Um, yeah, it happened last year. I think when England played football summer, people were posting flags and they all turned out black. And it's like there was some uproar about it. I remember at the time. You can't be a decent fan. It's like this virtual pub thing. If anything, COVID's learned us is that YouTube is a great resource. I tell you what, without YouTube, a lot of people, YouTube just bumped up overnight as soon as COVID came. And it's a good thing because, you know, this virtual thing of doing lives and talking to people, not only for the likes of me who suffer anxiety anyway, that ability to talk to random people, it is great. Yeah, it's still windy out there. Hopefully, there's not going to be any more storms. Three in a week, taking the piss. We don't want any more of that. Wales versus England. That'd be interesting. Um, who's the favourites then, Kevin? I mean, obviously, I know you're Welsh, but who do you reckon's going to win? You know, I'm not a rugby fan, so I would have no hope whatsoever. Villa in Lanzarote. Tell you what, we went to Fuerteventura, and the heat over there is amazing. But you know, if you've got the money to live there and not work, then believe it. You know, just to live there, chill out, enjoy the sun. But I suppose, you know, is there a stage where too much sun's enough? I mean, I've been on holiday for 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks of continuous, you know, mega heat, I've had enough. I want to get back to cooler climates. But yeah, it's. I mean, I'd love to go and live in Orlando. I mean, for the theme parks, I wouldn't want to live. I wouldn't want. There's the other side of Orlando, where you England favourites are. I won't know, mate. I find for me it's a bit like cricket. It obviously depends what you're a fan of. I'm a fan of football, um, but I've watched rugby, I've watched cricket, I've watched American football and baseball. Baseball, God, me, most boring bloody sport ever. Always makes me chuckle when the Americans have the World Series, and it's just American teams. And I think so. How can you have a World Series when it's just teams from one country? It kind of defeats the object. Yeah, one was one needs cleaning out, to be fair. Um, the middle one's full of Imperial Stout, and this one on the end's full of some red. Oh, Chateau Neuf de Pape red wine. So Fuerteventura is nice. We went to Jandia, the beach. Walked on the beach. It's all Germans apparently on the beach, and over the tits are, and even the blokes. And you're like, fuck's sakes, cover yourselves up for God's sakes. I mean, obviously, there's some sites you don't mind seeing, and then there's other sites you look and you think, fucking hell, cover yourself up. Uh, and it's like when you're on holiday over there. Um, it's like you're looking at the people who are dressed, and you're like, yeah, that's all right. I don't mind looking at you. And then when they're all around the pool, and you're like, oh God, Jesus Christ, put it away. It's like having a present, isn't it? You get a present that's wrapped up, it looks nice, you don't mind. You get a present handed to you, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's interesting. Oh, it's that, yeah. And you unwrap a present. You may get what I mean. I'm not overly drunk. I don't know what I mean, but in any case, it's like when you buy the beach and you see all these people, and then you see the same people in a dress later, and obviously, but you see the same women in a dress later, and they look much more presentable in a dress. That's where I'm trying to come from. Get yourself a Wendy house. I could rent this beer room out as a little room. The only down there is there's no toilet and no facilities to cook. But then again, when you piss like your face all day, you won't need to cook, would you? Hey, quick wee in the pissing spot out there. Job's good. Although might be a struggle at the number twos. That might be. Yeah. Oh, on that beach. It makes you wonder with what's happening in Ukraine. It makes you wonder what's happening with the Ukraine, whether Putin's just pushing buttons because he knows that Biden isn't a strong US president. If you look at politicians, I mean, Boris Johnson is not a strong UK prime minister. He's a bit of a jolly hockey sticks bloke. He's not someone you'd think, I won't want to mess with that country. Macron, uh, Biden as well. Biden's not the sort of person that you look at and you think he's going to take Putin to task. Does Biden know what day it is? He's an old fella, isn't he? Jesus Christ. I mean, you want somebody a bit like Kennedy, back in the day. because Kennedy went, over the Cuban thing, and you know, that was when the whole world braced itself. And you can see this thing happening again, can't you? It's scary in some ways. But it's funny, yesterday in Ukraine, have I got a portable toilet? No, no. The house is only 20 yards away, so not too far. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Imagine if we did that to the Russians, Big Boris. Imagine if we did that to the Russians, kept flying our planes. I bet they do. I bet there's more of it goes on than you realise. But God, I'm only 50. Yeah. Don't let the grey hair rubber you. Yeah, I've had a hard life. It's funny, at one stage I was really young for my age, and God knows what went wrong. Same in Nottingham, Benjamin. He'd never bombed Nottingham. He'd look and think, what an utter shithole. And he'd leave us aside. He'd think, God, they've had it rough there. Yeah. But if you took one look at St. Anne's and the Meadows, it'd think, Jesus. Hey. But it is, you do worry about what's going to go on. I mean, you plan ahead and you think, God, is it worth planning ahead? If there's going to be a World War III, I don't think anybody will go that far. Putin's not daft. He's an ex-KGB commander, isn't he? So he's not daft enough to go too far because there's no end game to it if nuclear starts. But yeah, frightening nonetheless. So nice roasty stout on this. Good old Blue Monkey. Bought at Silverback. I should know. Yeah. 10.5% Imperial Stout last week. And a cracking Imperial Stout, to be fair. I went to Sheffield once to get Peugeot 309 back in the day. And bloody tram tracks. There was worse than Nottingham. Nottingham's bad for tram tracks. Politics, yeah. Politics were famous. Politics. But yeah, politics. Shit. Keep away. In a lot of ways, we, as most human beings, are never going to be anywhere near it. Whatever happens, happens. And we won't see that side of things. Get yourself a nuclear bomb shelter. I've got the beer room. The amount of pallet wood in here now, it's a proper secure room. The tram tracks near the Arboretum in Nottingham, when they first came in, every time you put your foot down, you skidded. And all of a sudden, all your anti-lock brakes had come in. And yeah, I can understand where you're coming from there, Benjamin. Tempe, was it a Peugeot 309 GTI? No, it wasn't that one. No. It was a red Peugeot 309. I didn't have it long because the bloody, what went, not the belt, the timing belt went on it. Yeah. Pulled up outside down the road from my house, and all of a sudden it died. Went to start it, and it you know didn't fire up, and then found out the timing belt had gone. Yeah. Although I could go up one of the steepest streets in Nottingham, Winchester Street in Nottingham, in fourth gear up that street, and it just goes straight to the top. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh, yeah, you're not far away, Benjamin. Yeah, yeah, we're going to stalk you. Yeah, 40, 50 minutes to Sheffield, depending on what part of Sheffield. If you're near Meadowhall, then Meadowhall is a big shopping centre. So where do you go, Liam? I haven't seen you come by Newark in a while. Are you on a different run these days? Out of curiosity, not being a nosy son, obviously. I've not had no one papping for a while, although I'm only there on a Tuesday and Thursday, so normally at least. 29A, decent junction. Although these days, all I see on my news these days, bloody M1 accidents. Have you noticed how many speed cameras there are on the M1 these days? You had them fake cameras that have been there for years that never did it. And now you've got all these new yellow cameras that are uh, obviously it's money in it, ka-ching, ka-ching. So, and again, the rich people who can afford it will pay the speed, um, the tickets because they'll get away with it. You seen the lawnmower? Ah, I was there yesterday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Seen the lawnmower, but didn't see me. Strange. The lawnmower did break down at one stage. Fair play. Yeah, yeah. I mowed the front, mowed the back, then mowed the front. Went to go and tip off, and the bloody ran out of petrol. Filming YouTube shorts on work stuff. Fair play yesterday at work. Right? Full on English breakfast, cooked breakfast, and then at dinner time I had a blade of beef with mashed potato, boiled potatoes, and loads of veg. Yeah, two big dinners in one day. Then when I got home, I couldn't eat because the wife said, "What's up with you?" I, was like, I can't eat. I'm full. It's in the woods. Yeah, these things happen. These things happen. I'm bursting for this and that. Can't they? No. There you go. I think that's what they're doing all over these days. They put speed cameras to control everything. Because while you've got speed cameras, everybody who's law abiding is either gonna, they're gonna slow down. So that takes a lot of the police out of the equation. Have you noticed there's a hell of a lot less police? I don't care what they say about always there's this many police and there's nowhere they're flipping in because you don't see police hardly ever now. Dinners are amazing. Yeah. Actually, the chef at Callum, she's a good cook. Yeah. I keep posting the odd. I meant to post a photo yesterday and I didn't. And I'm back there tomorrow. I'm back at Callum tomorrow. So she's got me a dinner apparently. So I should post in a photo tomorrow, as you do, just to wind the wife up. No, no, it's not worth speeding. I don't speed anyway. My car can't get to the speed. Yeah, yeah. Even on a 50 mile an hour, it struggles. But one of those things, I suppose. Right. Before I get a bollocking off the wife. and the fact that I need a wee as well. Gonna have to end the old feed. Thank you everyone for joining. It's been a cracking night again. I'm absolutely bursting. If I go any longer, I'll not be able. I'll be weeing myself. Yeah. And cheers for everyone for joining. As you know, One Blue Monkey, Guerilla Stout, an amazing beer. Totally enjoyed this. And that's it till Sunday. Back again on Sunday for another catch up and a chit chat. Yeah, let me know, And cheers, everyone. Oh, right, I need to end now. I feel like I absolutely piss myself. Cheers.